The next feature is text, or annotation. So we're going to click on the annotate option here, and you can see we can do a leader, a note. You can do a simple note, create a field, or a table. So let's start with the leader option, and we'll pick a start point. And I'm just going to pick here anywhere, and I'm going to draw my leader line out, and we're going to draw the next vertex, and then I'm going to press enter, and now it says specified text. So I could say this is a 20 foot water uh, easement, and just press enter twice, and now it places that text with that leader. And they're individual components, so you can move them, move them independently. So if I was to pick on this, you can see I can move it over here. If I pick this, it's going to move over there. So they're not, those particular cases are not connected. So if I go back to that leader command and I pick a start point and I pick my, we'll pick that first vertex, you can see here that, I can go to note, settings, or undo. So if you go to note, you can just start specifying the text. So, I can say text, press enter. Now it places that in, and it automatically puts that leader extension. If I repeat that and we pick a start point and the end point, and then go to S for settings, you'll see that I can choose whether I want an arrow, no arrow, spline, straight. So if I do a S for spline, you can see now it's going to create a spline leader line. And then when I press enter and I put in the text, it will create that leader line for me. So again, different ways to do the leader line. Other option is to just do a note. So you're going to pick your first corner and your opposite corner. And now you can see that you've got, your text style that you can select, the size you want it to be, whether you want to bold, underline, depending on what the parameters are, justification, vertical alignment, and then you can also insert a symbol. So if you pick here, there's a bunch of different symbols that you can insert. So I'm just going to say, parcel A, and it's, 57 acres, right? So you can see there's a spell checker. So if you select it, right click on it, you can come up in here and see the suggestions. I'll go ahead and pick acres, and then I'll hit the checkbox, and now I've got that piece of text. Um, the next option is a simple note. So a simple note is just a text angle. So if I want to put this at an angle this way, I can then say, uh, parcel A, and you can see that it's going along that line. So it will be, if you hit enter, it goes down. You hit enter again, and it will actually close it, right, or end the command. So if I pick start position again and I specify a new angle, and you can type in the angle. So if I say I want this to be 45, um, it's now going to place it at 45. I can choose the font or text that I want to use, the height, and kind of the alignment and justification over here as well. So a lot of different settings you can do when you're placing text. The other one is a field. So a field you have to really create, and then that field can be from any of these. So it's like their comments, a create date, file name, file size, plot, right? So when you put a field in that field, the data for that field is coming from one of these variables. So you can do date, time, other, so command variable. What is that variable, right? Is it um, the length, the angle base? So you can put in kind of some smart text, if you will, that is going to be, the field is going to be populated from some other source of information. So again, a little bit more advanced feature, but we can look at that in greater detail, but just knowing that you can do fields in, the Trimble Connect CAD viewer is pretty powerful. Then the last one is also a table. So you can enter in and create a table with, rows and heights, and with a first row header, title header, and then other rows is the data. So it could be some type of legend, like in a Murphy plan index table, a standard table, whatever you want. So you had a Excel spreadsheet that had data. You can use that data and put it in the format of a table inside of your CAD viewer here inside of Connect. So again, those other settings outside of the text, we'll take a look at those in a more advanced section when we start to look through workflows. But just knowing that you can do tables is going to be uh, essential to using this application.